bet I'm the only woman here that could still do a deep knee bend. Yeah? Look at that. Oh, boy. I'm gonna do another one right here, too. It's gonna go for 5, 3.
No, not just fancy standing. All right, check out these flies.
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant.
Out of the 52 weekends I get in the year, one of my absolute favorites happens right at the end of April because it's the weekend that my friends and I put on a show. Now, I'd say my general excitement hovers around a 7 or an 8, but this weekend my excitement
Go to 11.
I love it, but it's a lot of work. It is rehearsal day for the show. The Electric Lodge behind me. Let's do this.
And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, you would see the biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Chris, how are you feeling about
I don't know, I'm stressed. I feel like
Why
I'm
are you stressed?
I don't know. Is it funny? Is it not funny? I don't know.
You feeling good?
Who, me?
Was yours good yesterday? You felt good?
I was pleased.
Yeah?
I was pleased, yeah. Oh, is this live?
Yeah. Well, it's not live.
Fuck. Oh.
Pizza time?
It's time.
Woohoo!
Nice.
All right, rehearsal in the books. How are we feeling?
Excellent.
We're feeling good? We're feeling
Yes.
saucy?
Yeah.
The only thing I'm worried about, I guess, is the scooter.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Is this a mushroom?
God, that pizza looks so good.
Which one?
So are we here to rent a panda?
Yes.
No, I'm not here to rent a panda.
Each dot is
Oh
about a
yeah,
mile.
how do you, so it has to be perfect. That's super fun.
That is super fun. You just about backed into him.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry.
I gotta tell you, I'm super excited about the scooter. Scooter, check. Good to go.
Oh, it's gonna make it.
The question is, are we going to break the scooter through our own personal use before the show?
Yeah. I plan on a lot of scooting this week.
Come on, y'all, let's take a ride. Don't you say, just get inside. It's time to take you on another kind of trip. Cause you can't have to hop if you don't have to hip.
Damn, Granny.
Process for putting up the show is rigorous. We usually have about 30 or 40 people who submit a piece and we have to wheedle that down to only 8. Then we write and rehearse and cast, and this goes on for months. And then stuff just goes wrong. An actor will get sick, a writer won't stop rewriting until the very last minute, you'll get in the space and like your blocking doesn't work and the lighting's off and your music cues are all over the place.
I can't control it. It's great.
Where we're all headed.
Hey, aren't you excited there's no drama this year?
Yeah, but I think there's also a way to go.
No, it's super easy to carry.
But then we finally solve everything and it's showtime. One of the things I love the most about creativity is it never comes from a desire to make money. Nobody ever said, you know who's just rolling in a mountain of dough? Sculptors. I want to be a sculptor so I can make that sweet, sweet sculptor money. Nobody says that. You become a sculptor because you put your hands in Play-Doh one day and you can never take it out again. And so you make something, and then you make it again, but you make it better. And then one day you set that thing in front of your family or your friends and you say, look what I made. And that experience of saying, look what I made, is what this weekend is all about. So being a writer for film and television is tough because it's hard to get your product consumed. I've spent months on a project only to beg 3 or 4 people to read it. And all they'll give me is like a great job. And I envy sculptors who can finish a piece and dump it on the dining room table and say, see, it's abstract. And And so that's what this weekend is all about. This is us putting our work out on the table and inviting our friends and family and agents and managers to come out for one weekend where we get to say, look what we made. I love this show, and as much as I love getting to stage something I've written, for me it's just as much about showing up for the people who have become my friends and family. We're so often the first people who get to see our work, and the trust and the care that grows from that is amazing. And I will always show up for him and her and that guy and this gal and him and her and him and her and these two and this guy's hand and him and her and him and him and her and him and him, and actually this guy's kind of a douche. Hey! But especially her. So thank you to the people who showed up for us this weekend and enabled us to get to say, look what we made. This is Marlon. Marlon's doing all the lights, all the fun. Marlon, how do you like the show?
I love it.
It's pretty sweet, right?
It is. You all are hilarious. I love it, man.
But some are obviously funnier than others.
Why you gonna put me on the spot?